Here I am on Samila Beach in beautiful Songkhla, Thailand. And there you are, almost ready to say, let's live in Thailand. In this week's video, let's talk about talking, sort of. Language and communication aren't the same thing. There are lots of videos out there that can help you learn a bit of the Thai language. So I'll focus on how to understand Thai communication better, and you'll learn a bit of the Thai language along the way. After watching this video, you'll have more confidence that what you say is what you get in Thailand. Oh, and don't leave early. Later I'll be asking Nieow, the Thai genie in a jar, to do some magic. Let's live in Thailand. So, what's the difference between language and communication? Language is the tool, communication is the message. You can communicate without language, but language is useless without communicating something. We might say it's talking to a brick wall. Thai people say it's playing the fiddle for a buffalo. Seesaw, hai pai fan. Of course, language is just one of the tools you can use to communicate. Tools that Thais use to communicate might not be all that familiar to you. What are some of those tools? Let's have a look. Verbal communication doesn't always use language. Even when using language, its use is wrapped up in all sorts of cultural habits and traditions. In Thailand, much verbal communication is indirect. Last week, you learned about respect, kreng chai, and how it made understanding yes and no in Thailand a bit complicated. Thai people avoid flat-out refusals. Answers that might be considered unfavorable are made indefinite. Likewise, when you ask a Thai speaker a question, the reply will almost never be, I don't know. If you ask directions, instead of getting I don't know, you'll enter a maze that would make MC Escher blush. Can you tell me how to get to Wat Dim Sum? Ah, Wat Dim Sum. Mr. Farang, you see that golden Genie over there at the temple, Krap? You walk over to the temple with the golden Genie. That's not Wat Dim Sum. Then you walk, Mr. Krap, and you see the noodle lady. Krap? Mr. Okay, Krap? Yes, expect lots of respectful, indefinite answers when you ask questions in Thailand. With those answers, expect to hear plenty of honorifics. Honorifics are titles like Mr., Doctor, or Professor. They're used to communicate respect, social status, and even affection. You'll notice that Thais address people with an honorific followed by their first name, not their last name. Tress McNeil gets called Mistress when she's in Thailand. These are some titles it's good to know. Ajahn is used for teachers. Ma is used for doctors. Both professions command a lot of respect here. Kun is used with equals and superiors. Pi and Nong are used with close friends and family members. Depending on who I'm talking to, I might be called Ajahn Yai, Kun Yai, or Pi Yai. Yeah, I know. Now I'm a bit older, Neo. I might be called Lung Yai, Uncle Yai. Whatever words and titles are used, in Thailand, how the words are delivered can be as important as the words themselves. For instance, if you angrily raise your voice, your self-control and your message are lost together. Speaking softly and politely is seen both as strong and in control, or as being respectful. Thai people give much greater importance to a message delivered respectfully than to one shouted in anger. So keep an ear out for non-language verbal cues like indirect answers, the titles speakers use, and how a message is delivered. You should also keep an eye out for non-verbal cues. Non-verbal communication is very common in Thailand. Look out for it if you really want to understand what's going on. Winston Churchill supposedly said,
I don't listen to what people say, just watch what they do.
That's good advice in Thailand, too. One way Thai people communicate non-verbally is by the way they use personal space. Personal space and physical contact show the relationship between those communicating. You'll see close friends of the same gender in very close contact, lounging together, horsing around, even holding hands. But friends of opposite gender generally keep a respectful distance whenever in public. A stranger's personal space gets even more special attention. Somehow, even when threading the crowded streets of Bangkok, everyone seems to pass without ever bumping into each other. It's Kreng Jai. Thai people might give plenty of personal space when having a conversation, but eye contact when someone is talking is important. It shows they're interested and listening. There is one adjustment, though. To avoid seeming aggressive, Thais soften eye contact by occasionally looking away. There's a special case, of course. When spoken to by an elder, you'll often see Thai people lower their eyes. It may look like they're ignoring the speaker, but they're not. They're just being respectful. If you come to teach in Thailand, you'll see this in class a lot, unless it's the students sleeping. You'll also notice that people occasionally bow. It's not really bowing like the Japanese. Last week, we talked about the importance of not looming over someone's head, especially an elder. Bowing a bit symbolically makes your head lower than the one you're showing respect to. For example, you'll see people bow to make invading personal space less intrusive. A stranger squeezing past you at the movie theater will certainly bob her head as she goes by. Personal space, eye contact, and bowing are some nonverbal ways that Thai people communicate. Now, let's learn a bit about the Thai language itself. Let's start with Thai spelling. The Thai language has an alphabet just like the English and other European languages, but not like them. The Thai alphabet is quite elaborate. Maybe you've noticed the interesting way Thai people spell English words out loud. If your name is Donald, they won't spell it D-O-N-A-L-D. They'll spell it Dog, Oboe, Nan, Able, Love, Dog. Yes, Nieow, that does sound a bit rude, doesn't it? Anyway, they might even say D-Dog, O-Oboe, and Nan. You get the idea. Thais use their version of the NATO phonetic alphabet when spelling English. But why? It's because that's how they spell in Thai. They even learn their letters that way, or at least their consonants. The Thai language has 44 consonants, except that there are only 21 different consonant sounds. Oh, and there are another 32 vowels, but let's not talk about those today. And you thought English spelling was hard. Other than the sheer number of Thai letters, what is it that makes spelling so hard? If you hear a Thai word has a T sound, you have 5 different T's to choose from. Only one of those is right. So you can't just say T when you're spelling out loud. You have to say which T. You do that by using a word spelt with that T, just like the NATO alphabet uses T, tuba. Why are there so many consonants and so few consonant sounds? Like English, today's Thai is an amalgam of languages. Ancient Thai, Sanskrit, Khmer, Pali, and others, all influenced by Chinese. Many of the consonants have the same sound now, but they were different sounds in the past. So, Donald, don't be surprised when someone in Thailand looks up from your paperwork and asks, "Are you Dog, Oboe, Nan, Able, Love, Dog?" Almost in compensation for how hard Thai spelling is, Thai grammar is satisfyingly simple. Subject, verb, object, adverb. I drive car fast.ผมขับรถเร็ว. No the, no a, no plural, no gender, no tense. There is one complication for English speakers. We say, I drive a red car. Thais say, I drive car red. For you linguists, adjectives follow nouns in Thai. Although there is no tense, there are ways, of course, to indicate time. Thai grammar is simple, so Thais usually just add the time. I drive car yesterday. They might add ja to indicate future. I will drive. ผมจะขับรถ Before we get too satisfied that the simplicity of Thai grammar balances out the complexity of Thai spelling, here come the Thai tones. No, not the boy band, even though Thai tones are musical. In Thai, like in Chinese, the tone of the word, whether you say it with a high voice or a low voice, changes its meaning. In English, we kind of use tones too, but we call it stress. We use stress to make the sound of the word clearer. A syllable is the same thing as a syllable in English, but syllable is unclear because we usually don't say it that way. A syllable is a syllable is a syllable. But in Thai, when you use the wrong tone, you turn my name from Yai, big, to Yai, granny. Oh, quiet, Nieow, you better not call me granny. The Thai language doesn't just have its own letters, it has its own numbers. If you've been following the series, you learned about dual pricing. If you haven't been following, now's the time to subscribe and then go back to watch week 1. Sometimes private tourist businesses try to hide dual pricing by posting the Thai price in Thai numerals. At this place, foreigners are charged almost double. Of course, confusing expats is not all that Thai numerals are used for. In rural areas, fresh markets often have price signs with Thai numerals. And government documents like deeds also use Thai numerals. So it's probably worth your time to learn them. There are only 10, and with a little fiddling, a translation app can help. Then there's Thai time. No, I'm not talking about punctuality. I'm talking about telling time in Thai. Thais use the 24-hour clock, like in Europe. They also use the 12-hour AM/PM clock. And then there's the traditional clock. Many still use traditional Thai time. Here's how it works. Are you ready? The first cycle is midnight to 5 a.m. These hours are preceded by the word di, di ning song sam si ha. And then you have 6, hok, in the morning, mong chao, hok mong chao. So far, so good. But then the second cycle starts by going back to 1. So 1 in the morning, ning mong chao, comes right after 6 in the morning. Then 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, ha mong chao, which is 11 a.m. The next 6 are easy, just noon, tiang. Then the afternoon hour, bai mong, and 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, bai song, bai sam, bai si, until it becomes evening, yen. 5 and 6 in the evening are ha mong yen and hok mong yen, and then you get back to that pesky 7, where it goes back to 1 again. But this time you add tum after saying the hour. Nung tum, song tum, sam tum, si tum, ha tum, which is 11 p.m. Even though it's the dark hours, tum doesn't mean a grave. Tum is the strike of a drum which the village guard used to do every hour during the night. Anyway, now you're back to midnight Tian Kun, and we can all take a well-deserved rest. Why do you need to know this? Thais learning English often misinterpret Western time. A friend staying at a 5-star hotel in Bangkok asked the front desk for a 4 in the morning wake-up call to get an early flight. The wake-up call came promptly at 4 in the morning, Thai traditional time, 10 a.m. When you listen to Thai people speaking, sometimes even when they speak English, they end their sentences with krap or ka. What's that all about? Well, yet again, it's a form of respect. Whether you use krap or ka depends on your gender, not the gender of the listener. You use krap if you identify as male, ka if you identify as female. Should you use krap or ka when speaking English? Well, sometimes, especially if you want to be polite. You'll often hear expats say, "Thank you, krap," or "Thank you, ka," to be polite. Should you notice when Thai people don't use it? When they're speaking English, not so much. However, if you're speaking some Thai, even basic, and the Thai person you are speaking to seldom or never uses krap or ka, it's an indication of their lack of respect, lack of upbringing, or that they're a teenager. As if one Thai language isn't enough, there are at least 4 versions to choose from. If you decide to study Thai, you'll learn Central Thai or Pasa Klang, the official Thai language. There are also Southern Thai or Dai, Northern Thai or Nua, and Northeast Thai or Isan. Isan Thai is quite close to the Lao language, with some ancient Khmer sprinkled in. Northern Thai has much in common with Lao as well, but it's influenced strongly by Chinese and Burmese. Unlike Isan, Pasanua has a very long history and its own alphabet, still used in Northern Thai temples. Southern Thai developed with a strong influence from the Malay language. Although the vocabulary in Pasadai is more similar to Central Thai than it is to Nua or Isan, its pronunciation is very different and often unintelligible to speakers of other Thai dialects. So much so, the news often has subtitles for people speaking Southern Thai. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a fifth dialect, sort of. You might call it Thaiglish. When Thai people speak to you in English, there are a couple of peculiarities you'll notice. For instance, Thai people often don't differentiate between so and tu. This can be confusing. It probably comes from the similarity between the Thai words for so, mak, and tu, makernbai. So if your Thai beloved tells you that what you offered to buy him is too expensive, he probably doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. It's just that it's so expensive and he appreciates that. Oh, and be aware that the Thai language has no final S or SH sound. A final S or SH sound in English is usually substituted with a T sound by Thai people. Someone offering you fried feet for dinner is probably offering you fried fish. And next, I can't move on without saying this. Please stop saying same when you speak to Thai people in English. Thai speakers sometimes say same because in Thai, you emphasize a word by repeating it. Instead of very similar, kai gan mak, they say kai gan. Don't perpetuate bad English. Thais understand same all by itself well. I mean very well. If I haven't already scared you away, I hope I've inspired you to learn Thai. If I can do it, so can you. Before you move to Thailand, you have plenty of opportunity to learn Thai on YouTube, audio courses, and with apps. If there's a Thai restaurant near you, don't be shy. Go try out your new skills. If you try doing that and they don't speak Thai there, well, eat somewhere else. After you arrive in Thailand, make time for a Thai language class. Nothing makes it easier learning to speak than speaking in person with other people. There are plenty of Thai classes to choose from. In Chiang Mai, for example, the YMCA offers a very good and cheap beginner Thai class. It's a good place to start if you live in Chiang Mai. You'll even make some new friends. But you know, even if you never speak Thai, by studying the Thai language, you'll have a much easier time understanding more of what's going on around you. Before I wrap up, let's talk about the best ways to keep in touch with Thai friends on chat and social media. By far, the leading chat app in Thailand is Line by Naver. You've never heard of it, I know. Line is popular all over Asia because it's a great cultural match, both for the way it operates and the extra services it provides, like video calling, electronic payments, online shopping, and even food delivery service. Eat your heart out, Elon. You can get it here. If you usually use WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, you'll find few people in Thailand using those, though many do use iMessage. Government and business use Facebook extensively for information, communication, and promotion. During COVID, Facebook was the best place to find out about the latest restrictions and where to get your free vaccinations. For personal stuff, TikTok is popular here, as is Instagram. Being aware of the special nature of Thai language and communication and of some of the peculiarities you'll encounter gives you a leg up understanding your Thai neighbors and helps you to be understood by them. That's especially important since next week you and I will go places. Well, at least I'll show you how to get places by getting your Thai driving license, buying a vehicle, and using other forms of transportation here. While you like and subscribe below, let's check in with Nieow, the Thai genie in a jar. Nieow, sabay mai krap? Oh yes, it is hard to believe there's only 2 more weeks left in this series. And I really have to thank you. You've done some real magic with the graphics and the titling on these videos. We get a lot of nice comments from our viewers. You know, that has me thinking though. I was wondering if you can do any real magic. You know, like genies that we see on TV make stuff disappear and stuff like that. Already? When? This video? How? Check my wallet. Here, check my wallet. My wallet's missing. My wallet was in my pocket when we started the video. In your jar? Oh, you've got to be kidding. Okay, I'll check. Oh my goodness. There it is. My wallet's in his jar. How did he do that? Wait a minute. I had 2,000 baht in here when we started this video. Yes, I did say I wanted you to make something disappear, but not my money. Give it back. My name is Yai, and I love living in Thailand. I hope you will too. Sawadee krap. Well, I guess that's 2,000 baht towards his tummy tuck.